Hey y'all, it's me, Edie Hill 1988, and John.
That guy with the kid.
And Kai Bugs.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you did. And we're at the park. And we got a request for another Real Talk with the Rices. And this one is, I'm going to combine two of the questions because I feel like they go hand in hand, or at least our answer will go hand in hand. So, if that makes sense. But anyway, the question was, how do you stay strong in your faith? And do you have any tips on, I guess, the successful marriage? Like, how do you... How to have a successful marriage, I suppose. And like I said, so staying strong in your faith and a successful marriage. And I feel like those two go hand in hand. I think because of our faith, we are able to have a successful marriage, I suppose. If y'all don't know our backstory, we're high school sweethearts, been together, this December will be 10 years, and been married for 5.5 years, May, June, July, August, almost 5.5 years. And
Daddy made also flowers for your date.
Daddy made some what?
Yeah, I made flowers for our date. Remember the flowers?
Oh
I
yeah,
brought you this
he did
morning?
bring me flowers today. That's another thing. Hey,
Scared us.
he did what?
I scared y'all because remember I snuck in there.
Why coming here
Yeah.
he like hide checkers.
Uh-huh.
Hide in checkers.
Yeah.
Hiding. Carson, stop. Yeah.
You're walking inside the living room.
Look how handsome he is, y'all. My
But
goodness.
you was lost and then you come out the window and saw us.
Yes.
What are you talking about, Bugs? Hi, Bugs. Yeah, he's John's twin. So I think we were talking about, what were we saying?
Strong marriage.
A successful
and
marriage
faith
and faith. And I think that our faith allows us to continue to have a successful marriage. We took our vows almost 5.5 years ago, you know, the whole for better, for worse, till death do you part, and we are true to that. We,
Like that?
you know, I feel like there's nothing that has come our way that we can't handle, or nothing that we can't, like, not pray about and not get through. So, yes, we argue like everybody else. We, you know, there are days I just don't want to deal with them, but I love them. So, and I'm sure it's obviously the same way with me. So how do you think, what are tips for keeping or having a successful marriage besides our faith? Like I said, our strong faith is what has helped us with a successful marriage. But I guess I'll go back to the whole, how do you stay strong in your faith? And I think with me, it's like, I guess if you don't have faith, then what do you have? You know, because you can either, yeah, that's right. But there have been times where I've just said, "Oh Lord, why me?" That kind of thing. And being negative is just not a good way to be. So, like I said, even with our little positivity project, we pretty much said, you know, no matter what, we're gonna have a great day. It's gonna be awesome. And that's a way of keeping your faith. You know, no matter what, not letting anything get you down. No matter what, seeing your goal in sight. You know, seeing an end. Want to see the end result of your goal. I don't know what I'm saying, y'all. But anyway, basically knowing that, like, just having something to work toward. And I just lost my train of thought. But anyway, Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I'm tired, y'all.
the way I look at it, try to keep
Successful marriage,
a
successful
successful marriage. I mean,
Hey.
one, you gotta always make sure that you keep the fire there, because if you don't feel like if you don't care enough to fuss, honestly, in my eyes, if you don't care enough to fuss, you're not going to be in a good relationship, because fussing helps you keep the fire there.
I don't agree with. Not fussing, but, or not even debating, but I mean, just like
it's
being
always good.
being like, to me,
caring enough to tell somebody about a flaw that they have.
yeah, or like, to me, it's not even just fussing, it's just holding somebody accountable. Like, there's,
Oh, it's okay.
let me see, Carson, I'm not just gonna say, okay, John, I don't like what you're doing, but okay, it's whatever. Like, we see each other down and we say, you know, I don't like this, I don't like that. And if you care enough and love them enough to change, then, or, you know, at least acknowledge it, then that's another way to have a successful marriage. We don't fuss all the time. It's not like we're just like going back and forth, but
It's one of those things where, you know, especially like an older couple that's been together a long time, you know, it's like, say be a sip of that tea, and then you drink all the tea, and then you're like, why did you sip of that tea? It's like, because I love that tea. I'm drinking that tea. So it's one of those situations where you fuss about tea, but it's not really a big deal, but you still fuss, I guess, if that makes sense.
that's probably one of our recent arguments, right? Probably.
Well, the thing is, the one reason why I know we're still, you know, doing well is because we still act the same way we did when we first met. That's really the big goal, because again, you know, you can't lose the fire, because if
Well,
you stop caring about the other
how do you
person.
keep the fire? I guess the way that we keep the fire is like today, out of nowhere, like what Kane said, he surprised us. Like he came in and he brought me flowers when I was giving the kids a bath, and I was, you know, surprised and things. It's like the little things that matter the most, like massages or you know, date nights. Just remember why you fell in love with that person in the first place. Like I said, we just I mean, I feel like we honestly haven't, we've changed a lot, we've grown personally, but our love for each other hasn't changed, and I think we just haven't let outside influences change that. We like we love each other, and you know, no matter what people said to us over the years, no matter you know, things that have happened, we say, you know what, we love each other, and that's it.
And
so
we're both strong-minded people. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's really, you know, not every relationship's going to be the same. So even if we tell you guys what kind of
what to do to keep the spark, it's kind of like you have to make sure there also has to be a compatibility factor, I suppose, too. Like, and you can't just say
it's got to be two people. One person can't say that the relationship's going to work, and then
the other person doesn't care. Exactly. So I think we just, I feel like we're soulmates. You know, I feel like we just happen to find our soulmates really early in life, and we just I mean, that's just it. Like I said, a lot of people might think that they want to marry their high school sweetheart or the 10th person they've ever met, you know, the 10th guy they've ever been with, but I just think we just happen to find soulmates really early, and if that didn't happen, then I probably would still be searching, you know. Like, there's nothing wrong with kind of sifting through relationships, I suppose, and seeing, you know, what works for you, because there's nothing like trying to save a failed relationship, to be honest. So if you're asking, I can't remember who asked, I'm not even saying this applies to the person that asked the question, but if you feel like you're trying to save a relationship that may not be going anywhere, then you may need to look elsewhere. You know, like, I'm not going to say, oh, save your relationship by any means necessary. But if you're married and, you know, you commit to that person, then definitely try everything you can. Like, just remember the day you felt the first day you met them, and like the little things you used to do, the little things they used to do for you, and remind each other of that. And that will be a way to, I guess, keep the spark, because, you know, with children and jobs and things like that, it's hard to just, you know, get into a routine, and that'll honestly get you into a rut, you know, just, okay, go to work, go home, you know, cook dinner, that kind of thing. So it's nice to kind of break up the monotony and say, okay, well, let's go on a date night. Let's, you know, go get pedicures together. You know, something like that to you know, just have alone time and remember why you enjoy each other. So,
and then not only that, with us, we actually dated for a very long time before we actually got married.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we did. I guess, to be honest, we are more of your old school traditional type of relationship, as far as, you know, we dated for a long time and then we got married. Well, we dated for a long time, then we got engaged, and we stayed engaged for a long time, and then we got married. Where now a lot of people date somebody for about a year or so, and then they get married.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing. No, we're not saying that there's anything wrong with it.
And again, it goes back to, like I said before,
the compatibility factor.
Everyone is different. I mean, for me, I mean, I know for good as well, if she didn't know that I was the same guy then as I am now, and if we all of a sudden got married and that wasn't the person that she liked, you know, it'd be a situation where it wouldn't work. But. Yeah,
but there are times, like, no lie, there are times I've seen couples that have been together for 3 months and now they're together for 10 years. They're married with children. You know, we're not saying that, oh, if you get married, you know, within a year, then it's not going to work. We're not saying that, but we're just saying that for us, it was beneficial for us to have time to actually get to know one another before we committed to one another. And like I said, I mean, I was engaged at 17, so we didn't get married till I was 21. So we had a while to pretty much get to know each other, and that's just what it is. We're not saying, like I said, once again, we're not saying that if you marry somebody for 3 months that it's not going to work, because that may just be your soulmate. We don't know, but for us, for our relationship, it was nice to get to know one another before we committed, and I think that's why we're still, in our eyes, doing very well, because we're just committed. We've been committed, and once we got married, it was just like we stayed committed. So it was just, you know, the covenant that we took.
It's okay. Come over
the
here,
covenant that we took in front of God, but before that, we were already committed. So. So yeah, now we're now that's just what it is, y'all. So successful marriage, keeping your faith. Like I said, with faith, it's kind of like, if you don't have your faith, what do you have? So when all, you know, if all else fails, then I mean, we just keep the faith no matter what. And usually, if there are times where I just say, "Oh, Carson, no ma'am." I mean, there are days where I just say, "Oh God, why me? Oh God, you know, I can't do this today. Lord have mercy." But there are more days where I just say, "You know, Lord, thank you for what I have." You know, like, that's what I had to start doing. I had to start thanking the Lord for the little things, not the little things, but for the things that I do have, instead of saying, "Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that." Because once I started saying, "Thank you for my home, thank you for this, thank you for my children, thank you for our health," like, the more you thank Him for what you do have, then He wants to bless you more. Like, you get, you know, you get more blessings. So it's like, that's the thing too. We just had to, I guess, change our mindset too, and that's another thing. We were able to keep our faith because we honestly just changed our mindset. And when you are just more positive things happen. And you realize how
okay.
just keeping the faith will just impact your life and just work for you, I guess. So, so yeah, I hope this wasn't too rambly. I don't know where we're going with this. I hope it makes sense. But
this is a rambly video.
Yeah, it is. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know. There's Candy Bear. Say bye, Bugs.
Bye. Bye.
All right, there's Candy Bear.
Bye.
Hi, gorgeous. Love you.
Okay.
What do you say?
Okay.
You silly goose. All right, Kai Bugs. Love you, man. All right, love you, John.
Love you, man.
Oh gosh. All right, bye.
Stay with me.
We're just leaving the park, and y'all never guess what just happened. I know we were just not just talking about, but earlier in our Real Talk with the Rices, we were talking about the birthday parties and how we or the birthday parties, family reunions, all that kind of stuff. How people always have them, and we love the food they cook and all that kind of stuff. And how about like 15 minutes after we said that, y'all, a woman walked up to us and she was like,
"You have to wait until you get home for that, okay?"
We're having my daughter's first birthday party. Y'all want to come over and join? And we were like, what? So y'all think positive and speak it into existence because it will happen. Like, we just thought it was so crazy that we were just, you know, playing at the park, and then they came like, do y'all want to join us for the party? So we just had birthday party food and ice cream. Not ice cream, but well, they had ice cream. We didn't get ice cream, but cake.
I ate 5 hot dogs.
Yeah, so
and she's just like, you want more hot dogs? You want more hot dogs?
So,
no, I'm good.
So keep the faith, y'all. That's what's able to keep in the faith. We just thought it was hilarious. But all right, bye, y'all.